Like the last time off lane, Undying, just by himself.
George 16 played it in a pub in 2K14.
Oh, in
14. Yeah.
2014?
Yeah.
Okay. Not too long ago then. 3 years. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. There's what offlane? Or you did bring up Tide.
I think they might go for Pugna as an offlaner with the help from
yeah,
Undying.
Actually, that's true. So probably a carry of some sort. How's the PL these days against the Medusa? Okay.
Ooh.
Alchemist.
First Alchemist.
He has some cool talents this patch too. He has a cleave. I think it's level, is it 10 or 15? I think it's 15.
Okay, so it'll be a Ramses Alchemist. Lil picks up the Undying. And Pasha is going to be the one on the Pugna.
Just saying, they have some amazing ags in this game.
Yeah,
like,
they
amazing.
really do. Every single one.
Oh, not
Well,
Viper.
Not Viper, but the others more than make up for it, I think. What do we think here, boys? I like this VP draft. Of course, we've already said VP kind of favorites coming into this, understandably, but this draft just looks hard to deal with. A lot of pressure, good late game. They can push pretty easily. Really good early game as well. Great laners.
Yeah, I actually think this
draft hits all the marks.
Their lineup is amazing from beginning to end. I mean, a little bit greedy maybe with the Alchemist, but you do have heroes like Pugna and Viper that can hold their own until Alchemist can start taking off.
I thought they were going to go for something more mid-lane oriented, maybe even early game with the Puck, but I think Alchemist will do just fine. They have good lanes, a lot of sustain in fights, a lot of heal. Pugna, Warlock, Undying.
We will get to see the core Clockwork, though. Looks like he's going to be position 3, picked up by Ohio.
Also going to see Nether Toxin break the passive of Visage and just eat right through him.
Oh,
Look for that as a possible.
Yeah, great point.
Can you break now the Medusa's split shot as well?
Yeah, I would assume so. That's true. Yeah.
It's another good point, yeah. I'm excited to see the Alchemist. So, okay, is it across the board then, unanimous? We're all on the side of VP?
Yeah, I really like their lineup.
All right. All right. Well, with that said, folks, let's hand it over to our casters and see what they think about this one. It's Maud again, but this time he'll be joined by Trent Pax.
All right. Thanks so much, guys. We're into the game here. Game 1, Virtus Pro versus Fnatic. You just heard it, Trent. It sounded like the panel. We're all for Virtus Pro. Do you have the same feeling here? How do you feel about Fnatic's draft coming into this?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to lean the same way. I mean, obviously they just won the major, but overall, the draft looks pretty strong. We got that nice combo we were discussing earlier. I am so excited for the first time in what feels like the history of Dota 2 to watch a Decrep Tombstone.
Yeah. It feels like it should have been added forever ago. They finally made the change.
Been crying for it.
I think Sunsfin was talking about how it was more of a bug than anything else, and it kind of sounds like it, but they finally fixed it. Virtus Pro. They'll have the Pugna to work with. Pasha's going to be playing it this time around. They'll have the No One Viper, and they're going to go aggressively already. And we've talked about this before, but it's just so good to come into this your Radiant like safe lane and then go aggressive this off lane bounty rune and try to pressure for it.
I mean, talk about the back in the day when you used to have battle over the runes, right? At the minute one where they were down in the river like that, heroes like Undying were so good in these situations, and now he's back. He's here again. He's being picked first phase in lots of these games, and this is one of the reasons why everybody is here posting up.
Did he just get a double decay? He sure did, and that's what you don't want. But a good Fisher Wall coming out from the side of Fnatic, and Pasha's in a lot of trouble. Shadow worded. He is healing up. I don't know if Pilot Eye can do enough damage. Virtus Pro, they've got to run. They can't contest anymore, although the Undying gets a 3-man decay. 16 strength stolen, but it might not matter. They won't get the bounty rune, and that's the more important thing. Envy will take a lot of damage already at the start with Lil. Still, though, nothing doing there for Virtus Pro, other than Lil getting 20 strength, which is pretty insane.
Yeah, no, I'm looking around here in terms of like the overall HP pools and everything. It looks like that's probably a win here for the Dire, right? Overall, it looks like there's a slight net worth gain apparently for VP, but all that harass not really amounting to much when it comes down to the bounty runes. In fact, Ohio got 2 of them, and Excalibur got 1.
Yeah, so some good stuff for Fnatic to start off with here, and they will have to deal with, rather, they will be putting up an aggressive tri-lane against Virtus Pro down in this bottom lane. Surprisingly enough, it is going to be a safe lane Alchemist. We'll see Lil another double decay. Good Fisher Wall, though. They've got the Medusa doing some work on Lil as well. He's getting pretty low despite all of that strength going his way. He actually just lost some of it, too. He has to decay again. The Shadow Word might keep him alive, though. DJ coming in. Another Fisher in 3 seconds. Lil should survive. Yeah, DJ's going to break off and turn his tail and head back towards his other side of the river.
One more decay for the road there, but I think these lane setups should favor VP. The 1v1 top, there's not really too much the Clockwork should be able to do. I think Pasha, once he has some levels here, should be pretty fine. Just keep his distance. Has that nice high move speed, has the wind lays on himself too, so he's just going to have to keep an eye on the items of Ohio, make sure the move speed doesn't become an issue.
He's so speedy on Pasha, it's insane actually.
Yeah. And down bottom, I think, because there's a discussion of where do you put the Clockwork and where do you put the Shaker, 3 or 4 here. I think this is kind of bad in this situation, because I don't think there's going to be much DJ can actually do as a 4 role here. It's going to rely on Ramses going a little bit too deep for them to find a real kill opportunity.
Yeah, he needs that Fisher wall. He's not much experience to work with down in this bottom lane. DJ taking a lot of damage from Solo, along with the acid spray coming out from Ramses.
They've missed such a big window, too, while Lil was gone as well.
Decay coming out, Pylai die. Good Fisher will keep him alive, though, so he's fine.
This becomes even more difficult once Lil is level 2. He'll have the Tombstone, which not only just for like general fighting here, but he can throw it down on these trees when they're trying to block some like Ramses in with a Fisher, and he'll just be able to collapse a bunch of them, and Ramses can just wiggle his way out.
Yeah, so this is already a tough go for Fnatic down in this bottom lane. Envy not really getting any farm. One last hit to the 9 of the Alchemist. This aggressive dry lane is not working out very well here, Trent.
Now, meanwhile, in the mid lane as well, Viper doing quite well. I mean, first phase pickable, seems to be a pretty strong dude. This nice addition. Both heroes getting some tweaks here or there. So a quick race to the rune. Well, that skill is still available. Excalibur doesn't want to tank too much harass. Even if he would have got it, he would have probably suffered too much from all the red. Look how much he takes anyway.
Another Toxin just destroys him, plus a couple of auto attacks, and Excalibur's got to be careful. He has 4 tangos. No one's still diving a little bit deep. He's now out of mana, though, so he can't continue on with the poison attack. But no one's probably feeling pretty good in this mid lane as it is right now. Yeah,
we haven't discussed that, I suppose, but that new skill, it's got Break. Pretty good against someone like Visage. There's, you know, not many heroes in the game that can just whip that out on you, but maybe some reconsiderations in terms of Visage versus Viper.
And he's just dead.
He's just, yeah, that is, I don't know if they thought this over.
It did not work out well.
Because that's just going to crush you every single time. That's your defensive mechanism right there.
Yeah, he's very squishy without it. Ramses in the bottom lane. He looks like he will get out. They already used the Fisher, no other disable. So, yeah, the crazy thing is if you level it up, I mean, Nether Toxin is on a 5-second cooldown at all levels, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. So that's great. Luckily, he doesn't have mana for it, so Excalibur actually is safe for now. But bottom lane, though, more action coming. The Fisher, they might find Solo. The Splitter Blast will do it along with an auto attack. Lil is next, perhaps over the Shadow Word. He's got 16 strength. The Solar DJ so low, 14 HP. But he'll be able to walk back to safety and be fine.
Envy's getting pretty low here, too.
Yeah, so this lane is not great in this bottom lane. Envy only has 4 last hits. Ramsey has 18 plus 10 denies. This aggressive tri lane, I don't know, do you think about breaking this up here, or what do you do? It looks like they might do just that with everybody heading back home.
Probably, if the wave ever gets away from this tower here and Envy can't find anything, we might see the rotation from Ohio coming back down to the bottom.
Well, setting up on Envy. Solo is here as well. He has the level 2 upheaval.
It's a pretty tough ask here, I think, for Lil. It's like 100 HP. He's going to be healed up and try and make use of this Invis rune, but it seems pretty unlikely at this point.
He's done so much work already. Only level 2. He's gotten involved. He's gotten a million different decays off and a million different targets, it feels like. The good news, at least for Fnatic, is Ohio is top of the CS, but we'll see. Maybe they go on mid here. Solo's coming in. Level 2 upheaval. There it is. The Nether Toxin, the break. A lot of damage being done. The Solar keeps Lil alive, but he's still taking a lot of damage. He will survive, and no one will get the job done. And Nether Toxin strikes again. The break is there, and an easy kill. Well, that was... it's pretty rough already for Fnatic, it feels like. The only thing going well is that lane for top lane for Ohio. Even that, only 19 last hits for the Pugna, so it's not like he's that far behind either.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to watch Ohio into that mid game too, to see just how much he can take over with the hook shots. See if he can just find himself across the map. He needs to probably find quite a few kills, keep them in the game, create that space for Envy to catch up on farm, because it looks like at this point he's going to be well behind, sitting at 8 and 7.
Yeah.
It is not getting any better for him as he continues to be down here. They're going to try and go for a play here. And maybe this will be something. Ramses is pretty far up.
I think they have I think he sees this with the ward. Yeah, he sees Pylai die and DJ. He's just gonna. He has a TP #1 already. He can just get out here. Maybe they hit a Fisher, but I don't think so.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. I mean, if he gets Fishered and blocked off, then that means he can just TP home.
Lane, Excalibur, looks like he'll fall to no one again. The Soul Assumption, but not enough damage, and Lil just continues to harass this mid lane. Even Solo getting involved again, and Excalibur will die for a 3rd time.
So much pressure onto this hero. And not honestly the best catch-up hero, right? Like, you want some levels. You can actually just get a bunch of quick kills. That's kind of how you accelerate a lot as a Visage player. But now he's going to be 4, almost into 5. But this Viper, on the other hand, is almost into level 7. He won't be able to come back here very soon. There is a hookshot top onto Pasha, but he gets outside the cogs. That quick speed again coming into play.
Boots, Windlace, 395 movement speed, very fast. He's able to make it out just fine. And Ohio, first hook shot not successful. They're still rotating in mid. Now they're looking at DJ. Viper Strike is back up in 1. DJ, I think, is just dead. Decay will come in. There's the Solar. They don't even need the Viper Strike. This mid lane is essentially just a disaster. If you walk up, you're going to get Viper Struck and Nether Toxin. You're just dead, I think. Well, that's pretty awful.
Yeah, the waves being held back. Man, it's so crazy. Viper can just, like, clear waves now, too. Just throws down Nether Toxin. It's okay. Help himself farm it up, keep pushing into these towers like this. Tombstone's going to dissipate here in a moment. We'll see if they want to try and make a play. I mean, Pilot is wrapping around as he continues to work on some Ancient stacks here to catch his Medusa up.
Yeah,
only real options they have.
Yeah, exactly. Lil and DJ will go toe-to-toe. He's out in the open. Enchant Totem will hit. The raindrop will... Oh, that's a great block. He's, like, in this little corner. He's able to walk out. No, he's stuck on both sides. And Ohio will get the kill. And they finally get something going. It's on a support, but at least it's a kill going out for Fnatic. Ohio sitting at 2nd in the net worth, so that's the one good thing going for Fnatic now. It's not a giant lead, but it's only 7.5 minutes in for Virtus Pro. Ramses is building into an armlet, so they want to get involved early, it feels like, with this Alchemist. I
mean, this armlet's already done, too, so he can just kind of show up and play around maybe something like Warlock as we head into like the 10, 11-minute mark.
Top lane, Decrypt, that'll be onto Ohio. Pasha is just so speedy, he misses the hook shot too. Meanwhile, mid lane, no one will get the kill on Pylai Die.
It was all uphill too on the poor Pylai Die. He tries to TP home, they don't have any stuns, but he just keeps piling on the damage from no one. A little bit of help there from Lil too, but 5-2, 2K lead.
Yeah, we're starting to see why Virtus Pro were the major winners in that ASL Hamburg. I mean...
Envy tries to come back to his side to find his bounty rune after stealing the opponents, and well, Solo just went and took his. So, nice little grab there, continuing to keep him shut down.
Envy is only slightly ahead of the Undying at this point. Again, it's still very early on. He's got Ancient stacks that'll be coming out pretty soon if they don't get contested. Maybe he can get some rebound farm there. But as it stands right now, Virtus Pro, they're piling on the pressure. They're looking for Excalibur mid again. This time he'll go for the TP, and this time he should be able to make it out. No way to stop it. So smart to keep a TP scroll with him this time around. And he will make it back to the tier 2 tower, actually.
It's really interesting to see how different it is now down the safe lane, right? Like, look at something like Ramses. This farm keeps staying relatively close to the tower for Envy because he can't just keep doing that side pull off of the camp over and over, right? Keeping it near his own tower. So it's surprising how much Envy's still getting here as they all dive in mid.
Yeah, Excalibur's dead. He literally just TP'd only to die, but they might find Lil. They've got the hook shot coming in the Enchant Totem. Ohio will chase down no one. That's a bigger kill, and finally they get something going. This time Ohio comes in and he's able to secure it. Lil will try to run. He has no TP scroll. They're on the hunt at this point. They have another Fisher ready to go. They're waiting to use it. Also, they have the Enchant Totem. Ohio just used that hook shot. He's also just used his Drum Charge, too. I think they'll Fisher here. Maybe not. Maybe they just decide not to as they see, I think, Pasha coming in.
That is a nice rotation. It's a good little play there from Ohio, but noticing that he's at level 8, almost level 9, and kind of the same thing with Pasha here. He's at 8.25, so we could see a quick group up here from the Radiant now. They're looking for Lil. The raindrop's helping out a bit here, but looks to be in some serious trouble.
Oh, no, but not able to do so. Lil will fall. Pasha has to back himself up. He doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah, nice play by Ohio there, threatening with the cogs, forcing Pasha back.
So they'll find a couple of kills for Fnatic. They're mostly on supports. The big one was on no one a little bit earlier, which was huge. They rotated in a lot of heroes to get that done. In the meantime, Ramses is still farming like crazy. Like you mentioned, his armlet is done. He's on his way to his Radiance as well. Once that happens, he'll just continue to grow and grow as the game progresses.
Oh, and Ramses just grabs both those bounty runes. How lovely is this for safe lane Alk? Being able to have this little situation here where you can just go one to another like that. Such a big boost to your net worth.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even finds an Invis rune.
He's going to get a lot of farm from it. The Invis rune...
Sadly, no concoction, so nothing to do with it.
He's just going to farm. He's fine with it. The rest of his team is going to go ahead and push him in. We thought there might be maybe some group up with these 4 heroes. Pugna's not there yet, but he might be able to TP in fact.
Yeah, he's there already.
He's already coming, and he's going to have this Soul Ring.
They have a level 3 Tombstone. If they see one hero threaten, they can just drop it on down and be completely fine.
Thinking about it, DJ's coming in from the side. Lil might have gotten blocked into no one, but they're fine either way. They don't make the commitment from DJ. The biggest thing to be concerned about, I feel like, is Ohio. He's level 9 right now. He's got hookshot. He's got drums. Pilot Eye up to level 5, surprisingly. So he's getting close to 6. With Winter's Curse, maybe they can have a fight go their way. They also are making space for Excalibur top as he's pushing into this tier 1 tower. So a good I guess, sort of hold from there from Fnatic, but they are smoked up. They might run into Lil first. They're heading bottom, and they want Ramses. That's the bigger target here.
Oh, he was almost able to save this whole thing from occurring. He gets the ulti off first.
Yeah, the Chemical Rage comes in as the hookshot comes out just in time. Ramses might survive this. He's got the armlet. The toggle will not be in time. It won't be there. The Tombstone's going to get chunked down, too, and DJ will bring it out. Lil's still getting chased. Ohio, no battery sold. He's got cogs in, too. They won't dive under the tower, but DJ, he does have the Fisher. Lil might need to be careful. DJ's going to run it. He's going to see him from the side here. Fisher's going to come out. The Enchant Totem's ready as well. The Flare coming in should get this kill, and they will. DJ gets the job done.
And it didn't seem like that big of a deal that they failed that push mid, but that's what brought all those heroes there, and then they had to all split apart like that. So there was no TP from the Pugna, for example, to come down bottom, and with the Soul Rip being there, maybe there's a chance for a heal save from the Pugna. They can turn that around and keep the Alk going. But that one little defense mid kind of throws them off a bit here on VP, and we're closing down that net worth gap.
I mean, the big thing, too, also, is that an Envy and Excalibur are farming that entire time. They don't have to rotate down. They could just sit while the rest of their team does the work, so...
Yeah, and Ohio continues to be successful, because he has the drums, and he's building into a blade mill now, too.
This is a super farm clockwork. I know he's in the 3 position. It's way different than what we've seen in the 4 position, but he's going to have a lot of items here at just the start of this game, 13 minutes into the game. But
we have a smoked up 6 here on the Warlock.
Yeah, they're ready to go. Golem is up. Posh is ready to try to push this. Envy is in some serious trouble. There's the Golem coming out. He's got the mana shield, but look at the damage. They've got the life drain. The Stone Gaze, well, it'll lock them down for a moment, but he will still fall nonetheless. And the Pugna will go to work on this Tier 1 tower as well.
Very nicely done. This is what they're looking for. Cost them the Golem, but that's okay. We'll call it worth. Especially if you're bringing down the Medusa. You know how much you need to shut her down. She's way down there still below all 3 cores of the Radiant.
It's going to take some time for him to get back into it. I think he still has the Ancient stack down bottom. He does.
Yeah, I'm hyped to watch that because I think we're going to see a ward down there from the Radiant soon, and we're going to be looking to take that with the Alk. Like, if you fight around that with Tombstone, I think that's just going to keep drawing a bunch of deaths in from Fnatic.
Yeah, especially if Golem's back up at that point, which is going to be 2 minutes from now. But Fnatic are going to make another move. They're going to move aggressively towards this top Tier 1 tower. Behind Pasha, Highlight Eye hookshot just in between both of them. The range wasn't quite there to hit Lil. Ohio will still run in. They'll drop the Tombstone instead. The Devil Decay comes out once more. Looks like Fnatic will just back up to keep their Tier 1 tower alive for Virtus Pro.
It's actually pretty important they got the Tombstone out of them there, though, honestly. Like, yes, you're missing on that sweet momentum here for Ohio, but now they've lost Tombstone. It's very similar cooldowns.
So makes it so you can't be too aggressive here for Virtus Pro. There's still a 3K net worth lead. The Alk, despite dying,
he's so rich.
Yeah, he actually is gonna have.
He can afford a relic right now. It's insane.
Safe lane Alk, double bounty runes like crazy. He's level 9. He's had Armlet for a while. He's 2K ahead of Ohio, who had a great time in that top lane. So that's pretty good. And I don't know if they can really shut him down anymore. Like, he's sitting. He TP's top 2. He knows there's pressure coming in.
He knows there's a bounty rune there, too. Yeah. Also important.
Give me that
Sadly, not one over on the other side.
He's got the 25 attack speed talent as he hits level 10.
Birds are down bottom, though, so this should be a trade here, perhaps. They're trying to shadow here with DJ. I highly doubt you can fight this up top.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Golem up in 45. Pasha getting a little bit low on mana. He has a 4-staff to work with now. Wrapping in from behind. No one will find Ohio. The Blade Mail will come out. The Viper Strike is there as well. The Flesh Gold, Tombstone, and Ohio has to TP. He will make it away, it looks like, just in time. Now no one taking some damage. Forced across the Fisher Wall. Nicely done there. The Tombstone's still alive. DJ and Pilot Eye have to back up and fight the zombies off in the meantime. Elsewhere, the Life Drain coming through. They're going to try to go for this Tier 1 tower. Envy pops the Stone Gaze, gets the deny. Now turning and looking for solo. A lot of damage being done, but he needs more help. Here comes Pilot Eye. He's got the Winter's Curse. Can't get it off. Fisher comes in. He'll use it on Viper, but that's just to keep him alive. Envy's still chasing. Now he's alone. The break comes through. There's going to be the Pugna, the blast down. The Flare is there, and Envy is in so much trouble. He's dead to the life drain and no one. Echo Slam comes out. The Golem just a second too late. DJ with the Fisher. Lil's getting low, but he should survive. Even without the decay, DJ will take down to the Shadow Ward. Should fall here. In fact, will. So we'll get the kill. Pilot Eye getting chased by the Golem. Ohio's back in the fray. He TP back home and is able to get back in time and actually turns around and gets solo. So that could have been worse for Fnatic, all things considered, but they still lose their tower. They still lose Envy. Those are the big things about that fight.
Yeah, a lot of that happening because Ohio was able to get that first TP off and escape away to the shrine. Sadly, it wasn't active, I don't think, so he wasn't able to just like pop it and immediately re-engage. Perhaps that's what he was hoping for. I think maybe a bit too aggressive. I know they want to push the envelope here a bit as VP and make sure they stay ahead, but maybe diving in a bit too hard there, I would say, from no one when the tower was like already secured. Rather than like trying to wrap and focus one target, they kind of tried to like draw as many Fnatic heroes in as they could. But when they couldn't finish off the clockwork, that's when the fight became more dangerous for them.
Yeah, and they had the Fisher across the, or rather the Force across the Fish wall. I thought they would back up there, but they decided to keep going. I think, was Ramses farming that entire time? He wasn't up there, was he?
Yeah, he was. He TV'd up for the bounty rune.
Okay.
And then,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But
so,
he is still farming at quite the pace. Obviously, about to crack 10K here.
Radiance is bots next, I guess.
God, he is. It just keeps on coming, man. Yeah, he's stock standard Alchemist Dota.
Yeah, and late game, I don't know if they're going to be able to deal with him. Envy, of course, he's just trying to get to Blade Mail as it is.
Some classic Envy Dota right there.
Yeah.
The Deuce of Blade Mail. Yeah, that stack, man.
He needs that desperately.
It hasn't progressed much further, honestly, so it's not that big of a deal, I guess. It is 2 dragons, which is nice, quite a bit of gold.
Yeah. I think if you want to contest this, if you're VP, they need to maybe try to take this tier 1 tower down, and they're going to try to do it with the Pugna coming in, the blast continue on. Golem's still down for 60 seconds. There's a Blink Dagger for DJ. I don't know how he got that. It feels like, I guess it's 17 minutes in. It feels like it's earlier, actually. It feels like he got it pretty quickly. But he will have the Blink ready to go, and that's a huge item. Maybe they can make something happen here with
Look
it.
how prepared they are, though. They're pretty well spread here on the side of VP, all backed up by like some Warlock heals in the back line, maybe even the slow.
Alka's just top lane too. He's got bots now. He can TP in whenever, as long as there's a creep wave there. Envy trying to chase someone has popped the drum charge. I believe it was the clockwork. They want to chase after no one. He's slowed down just a little bit. Stone Gaze is up. There's the upheaval. Fisher coming in. It's going to block out no one.
That means no blink.
They've got the Tombstone. Viper Strike coming in. Hook shot across the wall from Ohio. Lil's in trouble. Soul ripping to keep himself alive. He'll fall first. That's one down. They're looking for no one. They pop the Blade Mill up onto Ohio. The Cogs just miss on the other side. DJ will go down. There's the Stone Gaze. Ramses is in the fray. Chemical Rage was popped. He turns away from that Stone Gaze. He's able to avoid it. Disarm. Now onto Excalibur, of course, as he gets
still a curse.
Good Winter's Curse coming out. Now Pugna taking a lot of damage. Won't fall from it. They need more follow-up. And Pylai is getting chased down. The Radiance Burn should do enough on its own if they can find him. But the Arctic Burn, he gets through the trees and he survives. He has 23 seconds without a TP scroll, though, which means he's going to have to be down here for a little bit.
Yeah, they'll still be able to get a tower here by the looks of it. Oh, he's scanning.
Yeah, he's scanning.
Ramses is waiting, but he can just heal up for so long. It's pretty unlikely to be able to get this kill.
Trees. He's got Glowing Blades. Nah, he's not going to do it.
It takes some time. He cut a few down, but Lil, nice play at the start of that fight, getting that Tombstone down, able to latch a zombie onto DJ, forced him back, had to kill the zombie, and then it was during that wrap that he ran into Ramses. That's why he died and wasn't able to get off any sort of a play with his fresh Blink Dagger.
Yep. It was looking good for a bit there with Ohio, and they almost got a lot more out of that fight.
They're hunting. They just Tombstone. They're looking for this guy.
Wow, they actually just missed him. Like he's gonna walk into it now. They're gonna spot him. But the rest of his team is coming though. That's what they don't know.
Yeah, he's baiting.
Yeah, Pasha might be in trouble here. He needs to be careful. He's gonna get off the huge Decrypt plus Nether Blast damage. Life Drain, not enough. He's able to get out of the range. And that should do it for now. Birds are coming over. Pasha is separated. The rest of the teams fighting in kind of sort of towards this
anyone else want to get stuck down here, maybe? Okay. Well, Birds found you.
Pasha's just chilling. Now Envy's found him, and they're looking to go
body
toe-to-toe.
blocks.
Pasha can't get out. It looks like the Enchant Totem. The Decrypt comes out at the wrong time. Mystic Snake and the Bird drops. And one more auto attack. They really wanted to give that to Envy. They made sure of it.
What a comical turn of events. Top lane. We'll find Ohio here. Throw a stun on him, but the Cogs should. Oh, maybe no one. Found a nice angle.
No one, but the hook shot away.
Okay.
Everybody's making moves. Ohio should be fine. Now
he even had an arcane rune, so he'll have hookshot back in just a moment, too.
Easy. 30 seconds. That was like somebody carved out a fort down in the bottom right hand side of the map. That's pretty much what it was. Lil getting chased down. He's gonna get caught. The Golem is the sword, but it's not gonna keep him alive. They have the familiars. They have the soul assumption. It's more than enough to get the kill. Nice job there from Excalibur.
And look at this this Medusa. She's getting up there. She's found her way up to the 3rd place now on the chart. Oh, no, 4th. Just behind the Viper.
14,000 net worth. Shouldn't surprise me. Echo Slam coming out bottom lane. They're looking for solo. 1 kill. Yes, it's on a support, but it is a kill going for Fnatic. And Envy, of course, being involved. Also very good there.
Yeah, I guess it is quite a bit, actually. 365. All right. It's more than I would have expected. I guess it's just the comeback mechanics coming to play there because it's like 5K. But using Echo Slam for that and not getting any objective off it is kind of But yeah, kill's a kill. They'll take it. Momentum. Feels good. Ohio now down here. He is the hook shot. He's looking for his play here. also have a concoction up top though, but looks like neither will result in anything.
Yeah. Pasha was able to get out away bottom, but my Light Eye continues to go through the trees. His Arctic burned through the trees like 3 times.
250 health over the 50 damage. Kind of crazy when you look at a hero with so much base attack speed, but when you're dealing with such big damage items anyway, like a Radiance, you just want to make sure you have that survivability.
Yeah, exactly. He's already so far ahead as it is, and giving away gold would be bad, especially if you get the 10 beat. He might do so here. The Blade Mill is going to come out, and Rams is in some trouble here. They even dropped the Medallion. The Soul Assumption will do the job, and just like that, even with that talent, Ohio able to get the kill and get some gold going his way as he's now top of the net worth on his team.
Smoke through down bottom though. They're going to attack Envy near a shrine. Dangerous place.
Shrine, Mystic, rather Stonegate's coming out. No one going to turn his back. So will Lil. Continues on. Envy still needs help. The golem will get dropped down. He's still alive for now. The mana coming back in, but it's just too much damage. Still getting caught by no one. Winter's Curse comes out, but it's only on Pasha, and it's not able to turn them around and get Envy survive. So he will fall. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Both cores of the enemy team going down.
I guess feeling confident enough to make that play just because they have the knowledge that Echo Slam's down because that kill down bottom.
Fisher block onto no one. He'll have to move around. No, he's got a Hurricane Punch. He's able to force his way through the Fisher wall, and he's fine.
Yeah, I think that's that moment that kind of shows why Echo Slamming a solo support is so dangerous against a lineup like this. It just wants, like, you know they're going to roam in and fight you with this Pugna, this Viper. They only have one job right now. It's create space for Alchemist, so...
And they are doing exactly that, although Ramses is now involved with a Manta style chasing after DJ. Chant Totem used, but I don't know, they're not going to chase him. Ramses is just going to Manta push this wave in, and this is where it begins. This Alk is so far ahead, even with that death. They'll have Octarine Core soon, and then you could probably start pushing down towers with this Pugna at some point in the near future. Maybe Roche even a little bit later, too.
Yeah, a possible consideration, I'd say, for them right now. Some illusions to tank it now, thanks to Alchemist.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Right. Good little change.
Good change.
No real natural medallion builders. I guess Solo would probably be the hero to look for, but he's going to be pretty poor. Perhaps the Undying could eventually get to it, but he's busy getting a nice, fresh upgrade there in the Spirit Vessel.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great item. Love seeing it. But I also like seeing this Clockwork's Aghanim Scepter. Ohio is doing so much work this game. I wouldn't say he's keeping them in it solely, but he is doing a great job at making sure he finds as many kills as possible. With this Aghanim Scepter coming out, that will be absolutely huge. They need more lockdown. Of course, it's going to be coming in with that. So we'll see. We'll see if Ohio can make space. We'll see if Ohio can get some kills. Make things a bit easier for Envy to get back into this game.
Ags gaming for him and Excalibur. Looking to get the birds up. He should be a little bit tankier at this point. Man, Solo is just, he's in there. This is the solo support warding mission here. He's like, oh no, there's totally more around me. I'm not completely, oh hey, Haste Rune. We're lighting that up here.
Maybe Fisher? No, DJ snags it too. Flesh Golem will come out. Lil's trying to fight this. And actually the Fisher Wall kind of hurts DJ, but they won't chase him. It doesn't look like. Yeah, that's it. And some space created. Paladai split pushing bottom. Ohio top lane still trying to finish off this Aghanim's. 1,000 gold away essentially, so very close.
And now that we're at this point where, like, Excalibur, I assume it works just like reactive armor, right? Where if he is to be like locked in place and then like have the nether toxin under him, so he's relatively tanky. He's at least guaranteed those first 4 layers when you're talking about these initiations in like the mid and the late game. But if they want to stop the regen from the fight, nice Winter's Curse though. But
the TP
is going to save him.
On time. Unstable Concoction is going to change directions in midair, but he's fine.
That thing is going downtown. The lob.
It's yeah, that's a classic.
Got him.
Nice. Well, he will avoid it. Good Winter's Curse. It's only like a 75-second cooldown, 80-second cooldown, so it's not that bad. But now all of a sudden, VP are just pushing, seemingly out of nowhere. They're gonna have a creep wave here in a moment. Envy's coming in. He's got Stone Gaze. He's got, of course, the Dragon Lance along with the Blade Nail. Still, now he's actually top of the net worth on his team, which of course that belonged to Ohio for a while. Still no Aghanim Scepter for him on Ohio. They might make a go here, though. They want to maybe try to defend this tier 2. I don't know if they want to give this away. Ramsey's taking a lot of damage, actually. Shadowbird coming out. The Medallion is there. Here comes the Tombstone as well. DJ's coming in from the side, looking for an Echo Slam. But Solo, he's going to get a one-man Echo Slam. It looks like maybe onto 2. The gold dropped down, but they've already lost the Undying. Now Solo getting caught by Ohio, forced away. Ramsey's Mantis at the perfect time. He's able to get out. Excalibur, they're going to continue to chase. No one. Viper Strike coming out, looking to turn on Excalibur. A lot of damage being done. It was the break that came in from the Nether Toxin yet again, and that blows away poor Excalibur, so he'll fall. He'll still chase after no one. He forces himself out, Ohio. Still no hook shot
Curse
again
is
for
back
another
up
30
now,
seconds
but
here.
Can't quite catch him.
Yeah, they're all backed away at this point. Pilot Eye trying to chase Arctic Burn will go. The Bird's still on him. Pasha coming back in. He's got the decrep, the Nether Blast coming in. The Life Drain and Pilot Eye. Winner's Curse keeps him alive, going for the TP. He'll just make it out of there, getting a bit aggressive, having to use that ultimate again, but he will survive.
All right, this is a moment where you really want to keep this pressure up now from the side of VP, because you know they just used everything. You even managed to get Curse after the fight was over, but Envy is still there. He'll stand strong. It looks like that'll be enough to still hold the tower. So the window, relatively large, 70 seconds until we'll have the Echo Slam back up, 60 for the Wyvern. So see if VP can make any sort of an abuse here. Could be Roche, could be some pressure on one of the other side lanes.
I'm just waiting on this Clockwork Aghanims. I feel like that fight goes much differently if he has a 10-second cooldown for his ultimate, or 12-second cooldown, excuse me, for his ultimate.
It's still tough to make use of the second ulti without a Force Staff, though, so I'm not sure. He's going to make some pretty sweet moves, right? Because you have to like hook in and then make your plays and stuff, but you have to make sure you're not in too dangerous of a situation. Generally, it's really nice to have both the Eggs and the Force Staff, so even if you're hooking someone who's super dangerous, you're disabling them and saving yourself.
Right. Well.
No, there it is anyway, though. It's flying its way out here.
Yeah, we'll see
if
what
Ohio
he can do
can make
with
the plays. I would say overall, successful core Clockwork game. He's kept that net worth up in a difficult way. He's actually ahead of the Viper. It's pretty impressive at this point. He's 6-0-4. I don't think you can ask for much more out of an off lane. I mean, in this case, I guess he was given like solo safe lane farm. So
Yeah, exactly.
But impressive nonetheless.
Still, all the moves he made have pretty much been successful in the early stages of the game. And to be where he is now is, like you said, impressive. But again, Ramsey's on the Alchemist. This is the big damage dealer. This is the guy you have to deal with. 22,000 net worth on the Alchemist. He'll only get stronger here. He's got a couple more item slots at least. The Boiling Blade needs to be dropped down. Bot's 2 upgraded as well, so he's getting up there, but might be 6 slotted here pretty soon. They will grab the 8 coming out. First Roshan. No one will grab it for himself. And of course, Fnatic cannot contest in time.
With that Maelstrom, too. He is going to be a very difficult force to deal with here. Hurricane piking around, hopping over these cogs, getting people over the Fissure. And oh, look at that bad boy. It's Pugna Meteor Hammer. Let's go.
You already have Nether Blast. You have Meteor Hammer on top of it. And they have Upheaval to slow heroes down instead of Meteor Hammer even more. There's the hook shot. They're going to find no one. Force coming out, Ohio. That's not in the right position. Now the Golem's going to get dropped down as well. It's going to be on to 2. Ohio, Life Drain TP. Can he make it out? He will. Great TP coming in, but he will get dropped anyway.
That was a Pasha Force Staff. What a sick play.
That
got him right away from no one.
Good drop of these familiars coming out, but that might actually keep them. Oh, they're going to get a huge Winner's Curse from Pilot Die. Gets the kill on Lil, so it turns into a 1-for-1 somehow. But like you mentioned, the Force away, Ohio couldn't quite find that initiation. I mean, he got the hook shot, but the cog follow-up. Very difficult when you get forced away like that, so good stuff coming in from Virtus Pro, and they'll try to continue the push here. They still have Aegis. Now they're going to just have Ramses go bottom instead and back up for now.
Dude, they're doing a great job of pushing back these heroes on the side of VP, though. Like, they get the kill on the Undying. That's enough to stall them, throw them back. We don't have to worry about the cooldown, the hook shot. Yes, Ohio died, but he'll come back in. He'll throw another one, and this is an Alchemist draft that only has a 7k lead. It's not completely... you know, a dead game or something just because this guy looks insane, right? 25k, but it is a Medusa. She has a chance to come back.
Exactly. We have a Medusa. He's pretty farmed at this point. Yes, he's a lot down in terms of net worth, but the real thing you need to worry about is losing these towers. Nether Blast plus, of course, that Meteor Hammer coming out, and already just with 1 or 2 abilities and items, this tower is quarter of a health gone.
I think this game all comes down to the next smoke, probably, or at least that's what makes it really easy for them. They don't have good initiations at all on the side of the Radiant. They basically need a smoke wraparound into a big Warlock stun. And this is one way to do it with Ramses coming through, and we can't quite find the stun, though, on the Pi.
Now Excalibur, gonna see Solo here. Ohio running in as well. Battery Assault, hook shots available. Solo's just dead. Soul Assumption plus Familiar's easy kill there with a medallion on. Now looking for more Lil. Getting chased down, the flare will fly through. They have hook shot ready to go. DJ's nearby as well with the Blink Dagger. Ohio can look to try to cut off the path of retreat, maybe going on no one. There's a creep wave there though, and they won't go too far. They'll be underneath the tier 1 tower that is still available for Virtus Pro.
Man, they're playing so passively from the side of Fnatic, and I really like it. I think they're ensuring they don't take any risks, make sure they don't throw away this kind of nice defense they have, because if they get too aggressive and drop 2 or 3 heroes, that's when they're just going to lose mid. As long as they keep playing this style, for the most part, it seems okay. You never know, though. Pasha could manage to sneak his way through here if you're not really careful about pushing the waves.
I can imagine just Envy saying, wait, don't fight. You know, let me just get more farm kind of thing. I mean, he is setting himself up for the future. He's got a lot of early game items, Hurricane Puck. He's got a Mask of Madness blade mail. Once he gets up to the Scotty, he could be huge. Hookshot coming in, Ohio. He's going to find one. It's going to be Pasha. It's a huge target. He's got Decrep. Echo Slam comes to the force out at the right time. Fisher should be available. No, he just used it. Enchant Totem is, but DJ's already used that Force Staff as well as Blink Dagger. Unstable Concoction will go. DJ's in trouble now. The Hookshot, he's going to turn back around onto Pasha, but Decrep will come through as well. Cogs, no pushback there, and DJ will fall to the Radiant Spirit of Ramses coming in. Good counter initiation coming in from VP. They immediately rotate all of their heroes, and they're pushing into the top lane with the Viper as well.
Yeah, it is going to mean they do lose mid, though, because they went for that aggressive play, but at the same time, it was setting up for them to do the same thing down bottom, so it becomes a trade. I don't know if that's really worth it in this situation, just because of how well the defenses were going for Fnatic, but that will be our final result here, and now they start prepping. They throw some wards down. It is nighttime, so they shouldn't have spotted that. It's going to give them a really nice option here, but wow, right in there.
Yeah, Ohio's going in. Forced away again. Every time it feels like that hook shot comes down. You talked about it, that force, that good Hurricane, or excuse me, Winter's Curse coming out. Ramses, he will just destroy Solo. So now he's down with no golem available. 3 familiars chasing down Pasha and Lil. Here comes the Courier as well, which might get sniped.
Oh, they're trying to block it. They're using the immunity from the Courier to block the hook shots here from Ohio.
The Glyph, they're doing their best at this point, but Ohio is on the run. He's got phase, he's got drum, he's pretty speedy, looking for somebody. Lil, he's going to find it. The hook shot will go. They've got the Cogs as well. Lil, no Force Staff, he's going to fall, and they get the Radiant Courier on top of it too. So 2 heroes will fall. Nice little play there from Fnatic. They could have gotten more perhaps, but those are some solid kills there for sure.
Those are the Courier plays I expect from the Envy team, not the team playing Envy. That's the next level stuff that you look for. Wasn't that successful, though, with him going down the...
It didn't work as well as they would have liked, but it was stylish nonetheless. But Ohio trying to do what he can, but these Force Staffs are really becoming problematic. And I think, do they really only have one? It's really just no one that's doing this? Now, Pasha has one too. Okay. That's pretty nuts, though. 2 Force Staffs are making this much space against Ohio. They're doing a great job of keeping these heroes alive, especially Pasha, who's avoided like 3 deaths just because of Force Staffs. But, oh my god, Pasha built a Kaya. He's got a Kaya Meteor Hammer. This is the new meta, folks. It's
the first Kaya, right? We're finally in.
I don't think it's been built, at least in the games I've cast, definitely not, but the new item is there. And Ramses, well, he is 6-slotted. He built up an Assault Cuirass, pretty tanky, level 22, so he's up to the 200 unstable concoction damage.
I just realized that Hookshot definitely does not hit Couriers, just to be clear. So they're just scouting. I might have just double-checked that.
I think it was delivering something, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. Even with the immunity, it's still not going to work. You're welcome, guys. I got you covered. Don't worry.
Nobody's going to hold.
I'm sure they definitely weren't flaming me in the chat. They don't do that, do they?
There's no way.
No, that's not a thing.
I've never heard of that before.
No, no. It's all right. We get the birds for it, though, right? You know, the self-block, the teammates' birds, I think is the appropriate response. Hookshot does hit heroes.
It does. It sure does. The Cog pushback, unfortunately, Unstable Concoction is going to get off. That's the 200-plus damage Unstable Concoction, which the Blade Mill came through on from Ohio. They're really chasing him down. 4 seconds left on the Unstable Concoction. Ohio, another hookshot ready. Can't get away in time. He's got the Acid Spray, really wants this kill. Envy just picked up the Scotty, by the way. Here comes the Stone Gaze as well. The Life Drain will come through, forced away twice. Ohio is able to make it out, but Stone Gaze is forced to be used. Fisher coming in. Ramses, he's got Chemical Rage. Back in one, will pop it now. Golem coming in as well as the Viper Strike. And Envy might be in trouble. Forced away yet again. Excalibur pops the Hood of Defiance. They're trying to get back to their Tier 3 tower. They're overrunning them. Here comes the Winter's Curse, but it's just the Golem hitting Ramses. He's fine. Splinter Blast will come in. Fisher block coming out, but forced on the other side of the wall. And they'll go to work onto this Tier 2 tower, and they destroy it quickly. Ramses hits it so damn hard.
Bit of a risky little TP play there, but he's A-okay. All right, no Tier 3 still. At the very least, they can hold on to their shrines, but the outer bases are now gone, and we still have a Tier 1 mid standing for the side of VP. I guess they have lost everything on the side lanes, though.
Yeah, that's true. Some good news there for Fnatic, at least. Also, the other good news, too, is when you think about it, this Alchemist, he is 6-slotted, so maybe things get easier. If
yeah, but look at these teammates, dude. Slap some Aghanims around. I'm okay with that.
That's true. They're pretty huge as it is right now.
He's got plenty of room to go here in terms of farming up some gold.
That and the Moon Shard for the Alchemist as well. He already attacks pretty fast. Let's see if he gets the Chemical Rage base attack time. I don't even know if he needs it. My God. Well, Next Roche, we'll see if it's going to be up in 10 seconds. The Aghanim's, there it is, as you mentioned. He's just going to buy one. Who's he going to give it to? Who's the Ags going to this time?
I guess it's a bit of a tough call. Probably the Warlock, right? Seems pretty strong. Maybe it's a bit risky in case he doesn't get it off in time. I think anyone with no one. Okay.
Yeah. Hook shot coming in. They'll find the Pugna. He's got a 4-step still. He's going to make it out, but the Familiar's chasing him down, looking to try to get this. On the other side, they're chasing down what looks to be Envy, and he is getting chunked. Ramses comes in. He's going to get forced to the high ground, but it just won't be enough.
Now DJ's in trouble.
Yeah, DJ Viper struck at this point. He's got the Shadow Word. The Unstable Concoction will go 2 dead. Envy dead for 70. Roche won't be up for 2 minutes, which is the good news for Fnatic, but Alk is so tough to deal with right now. Jeez.
Yeah, that's a fine drain for VP. They see that the Pugna's being gone on, and they're completely fine with that. They immediately start focusing down onto the Medusa. Just say, okay, take our Pugna. That's completely fine. We know you have one hero that's really important here. And looks like they might move in for a Shrine. All right, that's right. They're still going to chunk down the tier 3s, so that'll have to be their next goal for them. Roche, we'll be back here momentarily.
Minute 40. Pilot Eye in the tree line. No one might spot him. Hard to burn. Now he will. Courier going to get the immunity. That's going to keep it alive. Pilot Eye forces the high ground. Won't be enough. He's dead. Man, the glyph on the Courier. And they get the gem too. No one just got it. He just picked it up. That's huge. Gem of True Sight now going the way of Virtus Pro. So they have everything they need to try to take Roche here in the next couple moments. But Familiars are cutting the creep wave top, trying to make this so it's a bit harder for them to push into this top wave, at the very least.
Now to that 10k lead, Viper taking the 2nd place. A solid chunk of Dire Heroes, though. We are looking for that play, though. A little bit of smoke action here. See if they can catch someone off guard with the Warlock ulti. Currently needs a little bit more mana. I think with some Arcanes to throw around here, guys.
Yeah, that would be
Solo's
nice.
hurting a bit. Now he's the heal, too. He needs some assistance.
Will, you got brown boots, buddy. Come on. Get those Arcanes up. Nah, they're fine as it is now. Yule Scepter will come through that help, so he'll get that mana back. There's the hook shot again onto Pasha. Every time this has happened, he's gotten forced away, and it happens once more. Viper Strike is the only ability used, and that cooldown is 10 seconds, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, they'll just put the Mjolnir on the creeps, back up, continue to farm across the map with Ramses, deal with the top wave being pushed in, and perhaps Roshan is on the docket here for Virtus Pro.
Yeah, it's just such low risk, too, with these Meteor Hammers and Pugna Blasts. Just slowly chipping away and putting a little bit of pressure on the Fnatic to try and find something. But they have the do stuff heroes. They have the Earthshaker. They have the Clockwork. These are the guys that can try and hunt you down, all followed up by Pilot Eye here with a 4-staff and a Curse. He's a big range of initiation now. They're going to try and catch somebody with this movement, but it's just a support TPing out, and, well, they will find themselves a Pugna. Got to do a little dance here from Pasha if he wants to survive.
This is going to be tough.
Oh, he actually got that stun.
The Fisher comes in the Enchant Totem as well, and that's dead Pasha finally. No, he will finally go down. It takes a little bit longer, but they get something going from Fnatic. 1 kill at the very least.
And that's a 10-second BKB up available for our Visage here. And they can grab one more kill. They're the ones who scout out Roche. They throw out the flare.
I know it's up. You'd have to assume Virtus Pro know it's up too. It's been 2 minutes, I believe, was the respawn timer too. Solo's running over there. He's trying to put a ward down at the very least. Maybe they're trying to get the Pugna buyback here. 40 seconds with him down. They've got 3 Familiars ready to go. Envy has plenty of damage as it is.
Pilot Eye needs to try and find something big here.
The glyph comes out. There's the hook shot from Ohio. Cog pushback is there, just push him away, but the Viper Strike comes in. The Blade Mill will be popped as well. No one getting the Shadow Word. Here comes the Fisher, forced across the wall. He has to pop the BKB, and the Sword will come through as well.
He still has Pike.
Stone Gaze comes out. They'll take the Tier 3 tower. The first Tier 3 of the game is taken by Fnatic, but can they get away scot-free? It looks like they can for now. Hurricane Pike is available for Envy. There's the Unstable Concoction. The force away. The Fisher Wall won't block. And now they'll back up, but the Pugna not forced to use his buyback at the very least.
They just got a Tier 3 without burning Echo Slam and without having to use the Winner's Curse. Very nice stuff from Fnatic, all because of that pick-off.
Big plays coming in.
But now this will be the Roche fight that they're going to try and force here.
It's so hard. I mean,
those spells are available now, though. I mean, if Fnatic get here in time, I think there's a possibility they could go for this. Perhaps having the Stone Gaze down is just a bit too much for them, though, as they can't afford to lose Envy without buyback.
You've got to be careful here for your VP. I mean, one Winner's Curse, one Echo Slam can really change the complexion of this game.
Oh, and they're under a ward right now.
But it's going so quickly. This Roche is pretty much dead. It's too late already. Even the Meteor Hammer coming out.
Yeah, they're like just buying a smoke now, too.
Aegis
all
is
while
gone.
sitting under the ward.
Cheese will go to no one. Aegis will go to, or rather, Aegis will also go to no one as well. So he's got both of them. And that makes things a lot harder here for Fnatic, despite just getting that Tier 3 tower. Well,
again, this ward's still just getting out everything they do, too.
are so far ahead still. Envy is doing his damnedest. 19,000 net worth. He's caught up fairly well. He's still a little bit behind the Viper. Of course, the Alc continues to be a monster of net worth and gold. Let's see if they can't defend their high ground.
This might be one of the most Aghanim Scepters you're going to see in a game here. I mean, we're going to have like 3 of them over on the enemy side now here too, with the Alchemist probably throwing out some more as Pilot Eye almost has his completed. Just kind of slowly building it over time.
Yeah, he's getting there. He is getting there.
And there's another one. They're all over the place.
That's a 3 for those of you that are counting at home. Excellent. So who has it? The Viper? Who did give the other one to you so far?
I think this is the Pugna and the Undying now have them.
Yep. Nice.
Solo bottom of the list. I mean, he doesn't even have mana for ulti yet. At this point, I'm going to have to agree. He's really, I don't know, what do you call this thinking when he's queuing up a Midas at 41 minutes? This is the guys, I don't have a lot of faith in us right now. I'm not sure if we can close this one out.
Yeah, maybe. They should feel pretty good, though, with the lead they've got. 10K now, 41 minutes in. No one, Aegis and Cheese to work with. They
you know,
can take it slowly.
He probably did the math on how many Nether Blasts it takes to destroy every building inside the Dire base, and Midas will be worth it.
Lil's going to get jumped on. There's the Flesh Golem coming out. He's getting pretty low when they get the Decrypt and Soul Assumption coming in as well. Everybody's pretty low. No one almost dropped there. But what do they use for that? Just the hook shot, right?
Yeah.
I think that's it. Life Drain, the medic will go through. Pasha will heal up his teammates.
You know, I wasn't really too big on the 250 Shadow Word AoE in terms of a level 20 talent, but this might be a game where it actually becomes useful. If we're just going to have these crazy postures like this.
Yes, let's do it. That's, I'm a big fan of it. Blade Mail onto Envy. He's a little far out. Needs to be careful. Not that tanky yet, even with Scotty. Working on a Butterfly. Cold Embrace will save him and keep him up and fighting fit. Split shot using modifiers could be a huge level 25 talent for him, though. Get that Scotty really going to work. Needs it, I think, in this game.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It depends, I think, perhaps on how many racks they lose. Like, if you're down so many buildings, it might be tempting to go for it, but...
We'll see. Alc, is he working on another axe? He's got him in a shift by. So, yes. He absolutely is. Pugna is, my god, the life drain is so good. The Aghanim Scepter, it's kind of nuts. Eventually this game will go long enough that Pugna will get level 25 and then you have plus 200 Nether Blast damage. And then this game gets a lot easier for Virtus Pro. Hook shot coming in though, the fight's gonna start off. They're looking for no one. Golem's gonna get dropped down, the stun onto 4, the Fatal Bond's there as well. Winter's Curse will come out, that'll bring Pasha down. And that's the gem on the deck. So only one dead, and it's on the other side. Now they will take a 1-for-1 trade as Ohio gets dropped. He does have buyback available, the tier 3 tower will fall, he'll buy back into the game. Pugna does not have it. No one getting forced away, he still has that Aegis to work with, along with the Cheese as well. Pilot Eye's pretty far out, the Viper Strike and auto attacks should bring him down. Cold Embrace might keep him alive. It's too much damage. The break is there as well with that Nether Toxin. Meanwhile, the Tombstone is still up. It's been alive this entire fight. Envy going to work on no one. They've only taken the tier 3 tower down. No Rax damage done just yet, but here Viper goes. The attack speed is there with the Mjolnir starting to work on that Rax. Ramsey's working on the Familiars as well. Envy's just trying to do any damage, but they're so tanky. There's going to be another hook shot. They found Ramses. He's getting low. He's got the Chemical Rage. Forced away. The Soul Assumption is there. The main cell. The Echo Slam from DJ. Onto 2. They'll get the kill. Dead for 98 seconds is going to be the out. He's got buyback. The hook shot will connect onto no one as well. They're looking for him. He's got no mana, but he's got the Cheese and Aegis to work with. They will take down Lil. They've got the Cog pushback. They're going to drop him once. Can they get him 2 more times is the question. Will he even use the Cheese? Does he even need to at this point? The Enchant Totem will come out. The Fisher is there. There's the Stone Gaze. He cannot use the Cheese. He will get dropped down, dead for 90 seconds. That is a great fight for Fnatic, and they're not done yet. They'll find another kill. Ohio with the hook shot onto the Warlock. What a giant engagement there for Fnatic, Trent.
Yeah, all because they got Pasha down right at the start. The guy who's really good at sieging these buildings and kind of allows them to stay back and play a little bit safer. Him going down forces them onto the high ground, and the buyback there from Ohio is what really clinches it for them. Aegis becomes completely useless if the whole fight is falling apart. You're just going to die twice for sure.
It's Pilot Eye's Winter's Curse. That's the big ability they needed. And then the follow-up DJ with a perfect Echo Slam to make sure that Alc doesn't get away. They needed that kill. I don't know if they're going to be able to force buyback, but they'll be able to get this tier 2 tower at the very least here, Trent.
The hero's been so impactful so far in this tournament, honestly. Yes. Wyvern just seems crazy right now.
And this time for his offensive capabilities, not so much his defense capabilities.
I mean, he's got that 15% Arctic Burn slow, working with the level 20 talent. He's got his Aghanims.
All right, the buyback comes in from the Alchemist. This is huge. They still have the Viper buyback available. They're going to work on the racks down to the bottom lane. Buyback status now. Hookshot coming in from Ohio, looking for Pasha. The Fisher comes down as well. It's a lot of damage. He's in trouble. Force forward. He's down for 70 seconds. No buyback available for Pasha. They're going to have to do this without the Pugna. Ramsey's coming in looking for more. The Yule Scepter will come out onto the Earthshaker for now. Ramsey's trying to chase him down, but getting kited by the Arctic Burn down bottom. Envy is still going to work with the Familiars. The racks will follow the Hookshot. The pushback onto Lil. The Fisher will come through. They're going to get the first set of racks in this game. And 50 seconds without Pugna still. Envy just needs to hit this one more time and it'll be brought down. One set of racks going the way of Fnatic, and they are now starting to really find their footing here, Trent.
Just can't get away from it, man. He goes from NA, he heads over to some EU Dota, now he's in Southeast Asia. It's still an Envy game, every time. I don't know what it is. It follows him wherever he goes. But here we are again, a game where you're just on the edge of your seat, trying to figure out what's going to happen. In fact, you've leaned back at one point because you figure, oh, this thing's over. Like, I'm just going to head up and go get a drink or something. And no, Envy just shows up and he takes your racks.
Scientists are baffled.
I tell you.
But in a good way this time. So.
I don't know if it'll be enough, though. I think it's still a very dangerous game here. Of course, things have been going very, very well for Fnatic. They're playing exceptionally well, getting the big plays off from these curses.
That's the thing. How long can they keep this decent play up? I mean, they're playing extraordinarily well with the abilities they're using, like you mentioned. So it's very difficult. And now that Midas is looking pretty good for solo, did he get it? He has the gloves of haste now. I don't think so. He just has gloves on him, unless it's on the courier.
Oh, another Aghanim is passed off to Pugna.
That's always the good news for Virtus Pro. They have all these Ags to fall back on now. The Ags.
Oh, sorry, that was the Warlock one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he was definitely getting some life drains off already from Pasha here.
Do they all have one now? They
yeah.
Do. Every single one of them is Ags.
I think you go for the Moon Shards before the Self Ags, I would say. You know, throw a Moon Shard onto this Viper.
You definitely need the Moon Shards, the global Moon Shards now as it is. Haste rune for Ramses. Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. We'll see what that number is going to be. Envy finds a Satanic, which is a huge item. He needs his team, though, to do a lot of work. Excalibur also picked up an AC as well. He's working on a Sheet next. Hex very good now, of course, now that it's not dispellable. So
this Satanic's actually insanely good. There's pretty much no direct stuns and lockdowns this game, so a lot of opportunities to lifesteal, kind of find that perfect moment for the Satanic. He basically just has to worry about Concoction and the Chaotic Offering.
Haste rune at the bottom rune spot. DJ will grab it, forces himself away. They're looking for Pylite. Oh, this is good. Viper Strike coming out. He's in trouble. Good Fisher, but not enough to block him. He's going to pop the BKB. They're going to go toe-to-toe. They're at the Shrine. This might not be good for no one. He needs to be careful. He has the cheese, though. That's the thing. The hookshot will come in there fine solo. He's got the Aghanim Scepter. He's got his ultimate at the ready. He won't use it yet. Still getting chased down. Ohio going a little bit too far. Cheese still not used for no one. Flesh Golem will come in there trying to cheese whatever they can. The Alp, he's popped the Chemical Rage. No one. Still with the cheese. Forced to the high ground, but there's the hookshot. They need to stun him. They've got the Fisher. He can't get it off. He's got buyback. He might need to use it. Ramses pops the Mantis out. There's that buyback coming in from the Viper. He'll be in the fray in just a second. Ramses getting dropped down. The Khan pushback. He's dead for 108. No buyback. Lil is going to be next. Soul Assumption coming in. Excalibur will chase him down with DJ. 2 dead. Can they find more? On the back lines, Pasha's healing his way back up with a life drain. They found a third. It's Solo going down. Pasha will be next. Ohio's got the hookshot in 2 seconds. And Pasha will fall. And just like that, Fnatic, they found a way back into this game, and perhaps with a victory here in just a few moments, Trent.
This split shot modifier is just disgusting with Scotty. He is throwing these things everywhere throughout the whole team fight, engaging, slowing them all down, and they were already so spread and split apart that they just didn't have any sort of like an option of teamwork there to follow themselves through that one, and getting picked off one by one, and that might just continue here with no one way deep in the base.
3 familiar stunts. He just bought back Viper Strike. He has the cheese, but the hookshot comes in again. They need more. He's able to pop it in time. They're all buying back. They're
He's
back
not even taking
fray,
damage.
and he is just donezo at this point. All 5 dead. Virtus Pro call GG. Ramses DCs, and that is it. Fnatic with a phenomenal comeback here in Game 1 against the major winners.
It's Envy, man. It's just...
That's all you can say.
You gotta expect it.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for that.